What is up, ballers? Valioa from the Pie Nation here to give you guys a post-scoring guide, an improv one actually, where we will showcase some techniques in the post, or in the paint rather. So the first thing we want to go over is the skills of being a post-scoring position, such as a CT or a PF or a center, which we're going to be giving an example of with my center Gigas, or however you say it, Gigas, however you want to say it, Gigas, whatever. Get your ass out of here. Trying to stream. I mean, trying to record something. Anyway. Sorry about that, guys. Dude, I'm trying to record. Thank you. Okay, alright. Alright, guys, so what the skills you want to, the essential skills that you want to have as a post-scoring big man is, let's see, let's go with skyhook. Skyhook is probably one of the #1 techniques, and of course, manual layup. These are probably your main scoring things here. And the reason I say this is because they're a good mind game together. So you will be seeing stuff like this as I'm going to demonstrate with my friend Citadel, aka Chance here from Twitch, Chance Morris. Anyway, manual layup, skyhook, hook shot, which is, I would say, you'll see how useful this is. It's actually pretty useful. I will show you guys why it's useful as we go along. Backwards two-step is decent. It's actually pretty good mind game. Along with post drive fake, another good mind game with backwards two-step, really good going with that. And of course, you'll see some other techniques that I will show you, and I will be using post drive fake with it pretty soon. Shoot touch, really good just in case you want to back up and just score middle, or just score from the outside if your teammates decide to score as well. Because as a post scoring position, I tend to have a team that also scores, because that way, if I need to score, or if they give me the ball and I just happen to be there, I'm gonna score in a post. So yeah, anyway, box out, of course. You're still a center, you're still a big man. You still want to have your little box out. Power rebound as a big man. As a center, I mean, want to have that power rebound as well. It's good for just being a good rebounder. Turning shot, back block is good for defense. Turning shot is really good. You'll see what I'm going to use it for. It's really good. It's really good against centers in some cases. And we're going to teach you guys, hopefully, I do have some tips against people that like to defend you in your face when you're doing this kind of crap, especially centers that can just back block you. I will show you guys some techniques on how to get rid of that. Of how to, destroy centers even though they're in your face. Power block in this and put back dunk. These are kind of like backup skills, VIP skills here that I would probably use, for defensive and of course putting the ball back in purposes. What else we got? Kill pass, of course, that's essential, man. You always gotta have kill pass. SP middle shot, blah blah blah. Typical. Manual block. All right. So that's about it, really, for these skills. That's about it. Let's go on. Let's just go on. If you guys want to see my stats that I currently have on my big man, I will show you guys really fast. He's a power type right now. I actually would recommend a different type, but I decided to go power type simply because he has more tussle. And the more tussle you have, I would assume that it would be harder to block your dunks, which is pretty useful in some cases. So as a shrew type center that's trying to dunk, it's actually I would say it's pretty hard to dunk. You'll probably get your ass, sorry for cussing here. You probably get your tushy pretty much slapped to the ground, pretty much, by a big man that has way more tussle. Probably. That's actually funny because a PF can just slap you down easily anyway if you don't. So that's actually a contradiction. But anyway, I just wanted to have tussle just in case. Let's say you get blocked, and I think like the animation changes when you get blocked. So anyway. That's why I did that, just to test that out. And then post shot, very important if you're being a post scoring person. That's why I put a bunch of post. I have 210 because I have the +10 shirt here, but I recommend 200 if you go for post scoring. Middle shot is important. That's why I put that up to 117. It can be way more, of course. You can put as much as you want. It's really important there. Short dunk is all right. You know, if you don't want to miss your short dunks, etc. Defense resistance, stuff like that. Short layup is all right too. Definitely, you don't want to miss your short layups. And yeah, for some reason in this game you miss a lot. Long layup. You don't need long layup that much. Honestly, in my opinion, you don't need it. I highly doubt you'll be doing any long layups in a post as a post scorer. Rest is just whatever. Just the post. I think the post shot is most important if you're trying to do this. Anyway, let's go. Let's just go into the room. Wait, are you still in the room, Chan? Okay, what the hell is this point guard doing in your room? Anyway, guys, we're gonna demonstrate some techniques. Sorry about that long introduction there. Just wanted to explain to you guys the skills. What the hell is this? Who the hell is? Anyway, we got our little we got our what are they, assistant? Is that what they call it? Like in a magic show. Got my assistant here, Chance here, with some, I don't know who this guy is, but he wants me to guard him. But I don't want to. So can you get over? Trying to make a video, man. This is the most improv guide I've ever made in my life. All right, okay. I'm not editing. I'm not editing anything out. Okay. So okay. As a post scoring center, here are the 5 things you can do when you first get in. Now, before I talk about that, let's talk about how to get into the paint. Now, there's 5 different ways to get into the paint. You can drive in. You just drive in. You could post drive in. You could get baseball past F9. You can get baseball passed and just be in the post. You can get baseball passed and just post up quick change. Here, show a post up quick change real quick. Oh. I'm mad at this guy. This is why I don't do post up quick change. What the hell? Okay, look, guys. This is the best guide ever. Alright, anyway, guys, that's what I was talking about there. As I was saying, you gotta turn around when you do this. You can also, I think you can just sit there actually if you, yeah, you just sit there in a diagonal, holding W. I have a video about post-up quick change, but anyway, guys, that's another way to get in there. And you can also just do this. You can just post up and pretend to post up drive, but you can just sit here and keep doing this, which is just as like dangerous. Not really, I wouldn't say dangerous, but it's like a mind game, basically. You can mix this up with post-up drive and just come out of nowhere with this and then go in like that, and of course get blocked by a high-level PF if you're not careful. But yeah, like I was saying, this is a good way to go in because if they don't, basically, if they're in your face like this all the time, you can eventually just go in like that and then just go for something like that if you want to. But if not, of course, if you're fighting like a center, you can go in. If he's like D'ing you really hard, you just go in like this, go in with a turning shot instead. And then, anyway, say I got into the paint here. Let's say we get into the paint. He's in his block zone. The big man's in his block zone. I'm like, yo, you know, I got like 5 different things I can do here. I can just lay up. I can either do that, or you can mix it up with hook shot, which is what we're going to talk about here. Say he's going for my layups, you know. He's about to block my layups. Now, in this situation, what you can do, you can pretend to lay up and then hook shot. And then they can't block that because they're going after the layup. So you can literally mind game these people to the point where he'll eventually start trying to read your hook. And then as he's doing that, he'll try to think you're going to lay up the next time. It's just like the ultimate mind game, basically. And eventually he'll just get tricked. And he'll just keep getting tricked, basically. And then as you're doing this, if that doesn't work out, and he's trying to read both of those, you can come out of nowhere with a sky hook, and he won't even see that coming because he's thinking about the hook shot and the layup. Now, if he's thinking about the sky hook at the same time, what you can do is you can obviously move around and then turn around and then go for a layup instead, and that's also part of the the mind game. It's like a big cycle. You'll see what I mean. So now as I do that, if that doesn't work out either, I can just opt to do this. I can just do this, turn around. He's gonna block my, he's gonna try to block my layup. I can go into a post-up mode, and this is where you can do many different kinds of things in this situation. You can either go for a backwards two-step. I mean, you can go for that. You could eventually, if he gets mind gamed enough, you could just do a magic turning shot there, which is basically like a floater turning shot. It's really hard to block, really fast block there. To do that, by the way, guys, just a little tip. This is actually something that not many people know, is that you can, if you hold post up and you go into the paint and your character stops like this, you can do that move. You can do the turning shot immediately after, and you won't. It's hell to block compared to like the other post shots. It's a really good move, but if they know it's coming, they can block it pretty easily. So be careful of spamming this. If you ever do this move, they will eventually block that move. But the good thing about that is, you can utilize that thing and then do like other techniques. You can come out and over the sky hook, you know, just to kind of like mind game it. Which is why I'm saying, if you're going in like this and you go to the sky hook area and then you go back to here, you make that happen and then do something like that again, you know, stuff like that. Or you can go into that, or you can go into this post-up mode, and then you can do the fast turning shot, which is after the the fast post-up drive turning shot, which is this move right here. It's really quick. He already knew it was coming because he knows I practiced with him a lot. So, and plus I just said it. Anyway, but yeah, like I was saying, it's so fast that, and also you want to be in this area when you do it, and you want to have the ball obviously turned to where you want it to go. So you want to be in this spot that I'm in right now, or even like right here, really. Just as long as you're in this line, then you can do it. This will make you do a fast turning shot every time. And the reason why that's so good is because you can just like pretty much mind game people with it if you pump fake it good enough. Like, it's really hard to pump fake that move though, because you have to like kind of have to react to it. It's really hard to pump fake it, but if you can get that down, then it's pretty good move. And remember, you have your teammates. If you do use that move, you have your teammates at your side. If you like pump fake and they don't jump, you can just pass to your teammate and then just reset or whatever they want to do. But anyway, so another technique you can do after doing all that skyhook mess and going into the post mode is post-up drive, which is used, like I was saying, with post drive. If you're using this move, post drive, you can opt to just do post drive fake, and that'll kind of trick them a little bit, and it'll make them a little scared, you know, etc. It's not that bad. It's not that good of a move though. It's better used with backwards two-step. It's better used with backwards two-step rather than that, in my opinion. It's a lot better. And like, say you're doing like a backwards two-step combination, and he's trying to read the backwards two-step, and like sometimes you just do this, and you'll do the fast one. Say he's trying to read both of those, you can come in with the post-up drive fake, and he won't even see that crap coming. Sometimes I say. Anyway. Now that we're done with all that explanation of all those techniques I just taught, there's actually some stuff we need to talk about against centers. Now, against people that want to defend you close, so try to defend me really close chance, like try to be like really close to me. Let's say he's really close, you know, he's defending me close, and he's like, he has back block, you know, I can't just run in and layup, he'll just back block, etc. Now, in this situation, when you're against someone like this, you can just opt to just post drive. There's a few techniques you can do. You can, well, if he doesn't do that, but let's say he doesn't do it. He's just in my face. He's just waiting for those moves. I can just go in like that with a dunk. My bad. I meant to do like a dunk after that. If he doesn't happen to be there, as long as he's not there, I'd say like if he's defending you really close, it's better to be in this spot right here and have him be close enough to try to back block you all the time. In this situation, you obviously get blocked there if you do a layup. But yeah, like I was saying, sorry for talking really fast here. Just gotta explain this really quickly. So, okay, in this situation, you can just dunk. You can opt to dunk in like that if he's really close. If he's trying to read that, if he tries to read that, I was just about to cuss right there. If he reads that, you can just opt to do this. Well, my bad, that was the wrong move. I actually have trouble with this move right here, where you can easily just dodge the defense if he tries to read that dunk. You can just come in out of nowhere with a sky hook, and sometimes they won't see it coming. So if they do see that coming right there, you can do this. You can just go in like this, go in like that, and they cannot block it with a back block because they're gonna try to block the hooks, the sky hook. So, and also, yeah, they're basically gonna be more frontal. Like, you'll see what I mean. Let's say they try to block the sky hook. They can't block both of those because the way he's positioned, he won't be able to back block that. So that's a good technique against that as well. Yeah, he would have to do something like that. If he reads that, if he tries to read that layup, I can just come in with a hook shot if he's not really close. That's the tricky part about this, is that he's going to be close all the time. Unless, of course, you go in with a post drive. And right here, see how he's close again? And this is, like I was saying, there's still, I feel like there's still ways to get over this center back block mess that I'm still, like, currently trying to get through. And those are some techniques that can get through it if he does that close defense stuff. Now, other things you can do eventually, if I'm trying to actually think about this real quick before I say something, because I actually don't remember what I was gonna say.
That was amazing.
What could you do, Chance? You got any ideas? If they're like in front of you, like really hard, like what else can you do? Oh yeah, drive. Yeah, I forgot about that. If they're in your face like that too, you can also opt to drive in if you, well, not like that, but try to drive in like this, and then you can just go in like that as well if they don't see it coming. Obviously, you can mix it up. Just go something like this, you know, do something like this, and then try to go in like this or whatever. That's also a pretty good technique too. As silly as it sounds, it's actually really good. You can come in whatever dunk. My bad, dunk. Excuse me. Dunking is it's a lot better against a back blocker, which you will encounter a lot in this game. But I recommend, if you are in a situation where you drive like I just did, you can also opt to skyhook too in this situation. Now if he sees that coming, you could go in like that, but he read that as well. There's a lot of techniques that I think, like I was saying, center is probably your hardest mission. This is probably your hardest battle is versus a center. And I want to be able to find a way to destroy a center as a post-scoring C. I haven't found a sure way, but there's always a way. Like I found, like I've gotten through some centers. I've beaten a center before in the paint. I've done it. It's been done. But sometimes, especially against the really good centers, they will back block you or just be up in your face and wait for you to do something like, say, like try to drive through you and then do a turning shot. They'll just read that eventually. That's what they're going for anyway. But yeah, I think that's about it, really, guys. I think that's about it. For now. Eventually, I will find some other techniques to use. Did I use everything? Hold on. Yeah, we use everything. Sorry for voice cracking. Yeah, I use everything. Alright. That's about it, man. So, yeah. Excuse me if I talk really fast. Please excuse me. But anyway, have a good day, guys. Thanks for watching. And hopefully you guys learned something about post scoring. You can do this with CT and PF, etc. I do recommend post shot attribute if you want to score better in the post, like, you know, have more accurate shots, etc. Also, one good technique against the center that I just remembered is this glitch turning, whatever, this mess right here, this little magic turning shot mess. This crap is pretty good too. It's actually a good mind game. It actually makes the center back up more. So you can actually utilize that and do like backwards two-step as well. Just letting you guys know, that's a little pro tip against centers. But anyway guys, I'm out. Thanks for assisting us, Chance or Citadel, sir. You got anything to say? Wow, dude, what the hell? You sound like a freaking robot with that. No problem. Go on. Alright guys, see you guys, man. Sorry for this long video. Just gotta explain everything. Peace out for now. Eventually, I'll make some more stuff about this.